Indigenous organization that advocates for the rights of education for young people across Northeast India, Chin State Myanmar, and the Chittagong Hill Tracts. Firstly, I want to thank the UN Voluntary Fund for allowing me to be here, for it would not be possible to be the voice of the many hundreds who are voiceless back home right now. The recent events unfolding in our community demand our immediate attention and action in Chittagong Hill Tracts. The arbitrary arrest of religious pastors, pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and the innocent civilians are not just violations of human rights, but are morally reprehensible acts that cannot be tolerated by any civilized society. The allegation against the KNF, a political organization of KUKI CHIN, must be examined within the broader framework of indigenous rights and the obligations of states to uphold these rights. It is imperative to consider the historical context and ongoing challenge faced by indigenous KUKI CHIN communities living in the border areas of Bangladesh, spreading across Myanmar and India. The KNF have consistently highlighted systematic failures and persistent violations of indigenous rights, as enshrined in the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People and other international instruments. The failure of the Bangladesh government to adhere the terms and peace talk and address the legitimate concern raised by the KNF is deeply concerning. The instance of human rights abuse by the government, including arbitrary arrest, harassment, and the destructions of indigenous villages, which can be seen as a systematic ethnic cleansing of indigenous people from their own ancestral land, demand urgent attention and action. In the spirit dialogue of cooperation, I urge the government of Bangladesh to engage in genuine efforts to address the grievance of indigenous community and uphold their rights. This includes ensuring accountability for human rights violations, facilitating meaningful dialogue with indigenous representatives from either Bom, Mro, Lushai, Kumi, Chakma, Tripura, Marma, and other ethnic minorities from both the Chittagong Hill Tracts. I also urge the Bangladesh to form separate land commission for plain land indigenous people to dispute land-related conflict. And furthermore, I call upon the international community, including EMRIC and OHCHR, to support our indigenous communities in their pursuit of justice, dignity, and self-determination. Our dialogue today provides an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to indigenous rights so that they can have a peaceful land into their right. Thank you very much.